everyone, I'm Sara and welcome back to my crochet channel. I am super excited about this pattern. I call this the Capri Beaded Scarf. It's open and airy and light for summer. You can use it as a head scarf, a neck scarf, or even a belt. It is super easy to make, and I love the effect of the beaded trim on the ends of the scarf. Now it measures about 5 inches across, but you can make it as long as you want to, as long as you like. It's super versatile that way. Now you can find this free crochet pattern on my blog, and as always, I'll put that blog link down in the notes underneath this video. To make the Capri Beaded Scarf, you're going to need about 3 ounces of a medium weight number 4 yarn, which is about 194 yards. Now, what I used was the Yarn Bee Lil Dollop. I got a whole bunch of these on clearance last year. And each one of these has 1.5 ounces. So you'll need 2. And this is 2 more that I have here. This color is called Marmalade Morsel. The color that I used on this one is called Tuesday Twirl. But you don't have to use that yarn. You can use any medium weight number 4 yarn. The Karen cotton yarns would work great for this, Mandela yarns. And the reason I say that is because it's a thin number 4. It's not one of the thicker medium 4 yarns. It's a little bit thinner, and so you might want to go with some of the thinner yarns. You could even use the I Love This Cotton from Hobby Lobby. All right, so you need 2 of these, or about 3 ounces of medium weight number 4 yarn. We're going to be stitching today with our H hook, which is a 5mm crochet hook. You need a needle to weave in your ends and also to apply your beads, and you need your scissors. Now the beads that I chose, these are the colors that I used, just purple, green, and blue to match the colors of my scarf. I bought a bag that looks like this, and these are called mini pony beads, but you can use any beads that you like. I like the size of these. They're smaller than the average pony beads. Now there isn't a size on this. It just says mini pony beads, and I purchased these at Hobby Lobby. All right, now you can use wooden beads or whatever beads you have on hand that match the yarn that you're going to use, or you don't have to add the trim at all if you don't want to. To begin our scarf, we're going to start with our slip knot. There we go. And we're going to chain 19 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 chains. Now what we're going to do is place a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2 loops, yarn over and go through the second 2 loops. Now we're going to stitch 1 double crochet in each of those chains. There we go. Working all the way across our chain. 1 double crochet in each of the chains across. We stitched a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook and then in each chain across, so we have 17 double crochets. Now what we're going to do is stitch a chain 3. Our chain 3 counts as our first double crochet here and throughout our project. We're going to double crochet in the next double crochet. We're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to skip 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to place a double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. And now we'll repeat that across. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip the next 3, 1, 2, 3, and that leaves us 2 double crochets. So we'll stitch 1 double crochet in each of those 2. And chain 3. So for row 2, we have 2, 4, 6, 8 double crochets and 3 chain 4s. Then we chain 3. For row 3, we've done our chain 3. Now we're going to turn and stitch 1 double crochet in the second double crochet. Our chain 3 counts as our first. We're going to chain 2. We're going to single crochet around this chain 4. So we'll go around, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through both loops. Now we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. We'll place 1 double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Now we'll repeat what we just did. Chain 2, single crochet around the chain 4, and chain 2. Then we'll double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. All right, we'll repeat it one more time. Chain 2, single crochet around the chain 4, and chain 2, and then we'll end with 1 double crochet in the last 2 double crochet stitches. And chain 3. And so for row 3, we have 2 double crochets, chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, and then we'll repeat that across and end with 2 double crochets. For row 4, we've chained 3 and turned. Our chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. We're going to double crochet in the next double crochet and chain 4. We're going to stitch 1 double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. And then we'll repeat this across. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. And repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains and 1 double crochet in the last 2 double crochets. There we go. 1 and 2. And chain 3. And so row 4 is like row 2. 2 double crochets, chain 4, and repeat across, ending with 2 double crochets. All right, let's do row 5. We've chained 3. We're going to turn our work and double crochet in the next double crochet. Again, the chain 3 at the beginning of the rows counts as our first double crochet. Chain 2, single crochet around that chain 4, and chain 2. 1 double crochet in those 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. And repeat. Chain 2, single crochet around the chain 4 and chain 2. Double crochet in the next 2 double crochets, chain 2, single crochet around the chain 4, chain 2, and 1 double crochet in those last 2 double crochets. And chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And so you can see that row 5 is a repeat of row 3. 2 double crochets, chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, and repeat and end with 2 double crochets. Okay, let's do row 6. Let's turn our work, chain 3, 1 double crochet in the next double crochet, and chain 4. Whoops. There we go. 1 double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. 1, 2, and chain 4. And we'll repeat this across this row. And then we end with 1 double crochet in the last 2 stitches. And chain 3. Two double crochets, chain 4, repeat across and end with 2 double crochets. So we've completed our 6th row. And so what you can see is that this scarf is basically a 2-row repeat. The row with the chain 4s and then the row with the chain 2, single crochet, chain 2. And so what you're going to do is to continue to repeat row 5 and row 6 for 95 or more or less rows. You can make this as long as you would like, depending on what you're going to use it for. 2 rows equal approximately 1 inch, and so it's up to you how many rows you want to repeat. I'm going to be repeating for 95 more rows. I have continued to repeat rows 5 and row 6 until my scarf is the length that I want. Isn't that beautiful? I love the open and lacy look of this scarf. When you get your scarf the length that you want, make sure you end on a row that is the 2 double crochets with the chain 4s in between. That's the row that we want to end on so that we can add our trim. So I've ended on the row with the 2 double crochets, chain 4s, chain 3, and turn. And now we're going to stitch a solid row of double crochets. So we're going to stitch a double crochet in the double crochet. Then we'll stitch 3 double crochets in the chain 4 space or around that chain 4. Three double crochets. Then we'll stitch 1 double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. Then we'll stitch 3 double crochets in the chain 4 space. 1, 2, and 3. And 1 double crochet in the 2 double crochets. Three double crochets in the chain 4 space. 1, 2, and 3, and then 1 double crochet in those last 2 double crochets. So now we have a solid row of double crochets across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 double crochets. We're going to cut our yarn and tie off. Once I weave this in and it's nice and neat, I'm going to show you how you can add that beaded trim that adds a little extra pizzazz to this scarf. So what we're going to do is we're going to thread our needle onto our yarn that is attached to our ball of yarn. All right, and we're going to place on here 22 beads. So 1, 2, and I'm just putting them on randomly. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 beads. And I've threaded them onto my working yarn. I'm going to move these out of the way. All right, so I'm going to take my needle off and grab my crochet hook. All right, now this is the yarn that we're working with. We're going to go right in that first stitch and join our yarn and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to take the first bead and push it forward and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to single crochet in the next stitch. Now we're going to chain 3. We'll push the next bead forward. I usually kind of hold it, wrap my yarn around, and chain 3. We're going to skip the next stitch and single crochet in the next. And chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Push our next bead forward. And chain 3. And this is making our trim on the end. Skip the next, single crochet in the next, and chain 3. Push our bead forward and chain 3. And we'll continue to do this. I've got a little knot there that I need to deal with, but we will continue to do this, working across, chain 3, push our bead forward, chain 3, skip the next stitch, and single crochet in the next. And we'll do this all the way across. So I've continued across, chain 3, push a bead forward, chain 3, skip the next single crochet, and single crochet in the next. And this brings us to our next to last stitch, and we'll chain 3, push a bead forward, chain 3, and then single crochet in the last stitch. Now you'll have more beads than you need on here, and I always do it that way. I always add an extra, a couple of extra beads in case I don't like the placement. I can move it around or whatever, or if I want to draw these in a little closer, I can. It's just something I always do. I always add an extra couple of beads. It doesn't matter because we're going to cut this off, tie this off, and now we're going to take a few seconds and weave in both these ends. And make sure you do this securely. We don't want any of those beads coming off. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and weave this end in and this end. After I tidied up my ends on this end, I went over to the other end of my scarf and did the same thing with my beads. It adds such a playful and fun trim to our Capri scarf. And so that is how absolutely easy it is to make this fun summer lacy Capri scarf that you can use as a head scarf, a neck scarf, or even a fun belt.